Hey folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Transformers animated Sunstorm vs. Autobot Ratchet transforming action figures. This set contains both a Voyager class Transformer with the Sunstorm here, and an Activators class Transformer with the Ratchet. The set was originally released in 2008. I don't know if this set is an exclusive or not, and I don't know what the original price was for this. My sister bought this for me, sister number 2, hang loose there, and she bought it for me at a store called Hot Toys 2 at her local mall, and she paid $20 for this set. Taking a look at the figures here in the package, you can see both Transformers. I don't know what the story is with Sunstorm. I just know that he's an aspect of Starscream or personality of Starscream. I haven't seen the episodes that deal with Starscream yet, so I hope to watch it soon. And we have Ratchet here in a smaller Activators class. Taking a look at the side of the package, you can see Sunstorm here. On the other side, you can see Ratchet over here. And on the bottom, I think this is another 2-pack set. This one looks like an Activators Bumblebee versus a Voyager class Shockwave, and it looks like Shockwave is in his G1 colors there. Taking a look at the back of the package, you can see a picture of both Sunstorm and Ratchet, and there's a description here about Starscream. I really don't want to read any more because it says something about a clone of Starscream, and I don't want to spoil myself. And you can see some of the features. This is, I guess, a button press to transform Ratchet there, and then you have Sunstorm here in his alt mode. This is Ratchet's alt mode. So let's go ahead and open these guys up, and we'll be right back. Okay, we have Ratchet here in his alt mode, that of an emergency transport vehicle. You can take a look at some of the details of his alt mode. You can see the EKG symbol there on the side, and the Autobot symbol on the hood. The windows are painted on there. And you can see the front end here with the headlights there. And I don't know if this is a winch or not on the front. And you can see the activator transformation part here on the side. It doesn't look like they even bothered to hide that on there. You can see the back of the vehicle on there. It's pretty neat. You can just see a little bit of kibble down below. And it's free rolling, nothing to impede the free rolling action of the wheels on there. And since this guy is an activator transformer, this is going to be one of the few transformers I actually transform during this video, because it's not too hard. Basically what you do is you push on the back, up on the back end, and that pretty much transforms Ratchet there. Let me adjust the video there. And you basically just move the shoulder pieces here, bend the elbows a little bit, separate the legs there, and flatten out the feet. And that wasn't too hard. And that's Ratchet here in his bot mode, and it's actually pretty nice on there. I really like it on there. You can see some of the details of his head there. He's got the broken horn on one end there. Pretty neat. A lot of kibble though, especially here in the back there. But you can't expect too much from an activator transformer, activator class. Going over the articulation of Ratchet here. His head does go all the way around and does move up and down a little bit. The arms do go all the way around. They do go out and in. The elbows bend and also rotate. And the hands do not. They're fixed. No torso or waist articulation on here. The legs are on a simple ball joint, so they go up, down, to the back, out to the side. The knees rotate and bend. And that's about it for articulation. Pretty basic articulation for this class of Transformer. It's still a lot nicer than the Bumblebee I've seen, the Activator Bumblebee. I don't really like that one where the hands were kind of part of the side there, side molding. But so this one's actually pretty good. I really like this one on here. But this is the Ratchet here in his bot mode. And we'll be right back and have a look at Sunstorm. Okay, we have Sunstorm here in his alt mode, which is that of a fighter jet. And it actually looks pretty nice from a certain point of view. Taking a look at Sunstorm here, it's got a nice jet design. I really like it. But the interesting thing is that the packaging of Sunstorm in his alt mode only shows him from the top view. And I think the reason why is because if you look at this guy from the bottom, he looks like a piece of crap from the bottom. Either that or I have this guy seriously transformed the wrong way. I don't think I have him transform him incorrectly. I just think it just looks pretty shitty, really. I don't know. Just a lot of exposed areas here. You can see the gears on that. It just doesn't look pretty at all. It looks pretty bad. And the clearance on this guy is barely there. You got these little tiny roller wheels here, and then you have the missile launchers, which tends to drag along, so it's not easily free rolling on there. It just provides a lot of resistance dragging along the bottom there. And you got of course the missile launchers you can fire off here. And just keep that view a little bit more detail view. I'm going to keep it at the top view because it looks a lot better from the top. You can see the vents in there on the side. And then you got the exhaust here, which is actually movable. I don't know if that's done by design. And this, you can see some kibble. You can see his hands there. It's like I said, nice from the top, pretty bad on the bottom. Unless I got this wrong, I don't think I have this transformed incorrectly. I think it's just a bad design. Don't know. Oh, and another thing is, I think I broke off this front part right here during the transformation. I don't think this is supposed to come loose. Because this nose area of the jet during the transformation actually retracts in, and while I was transforming it to its alt mode, this pops out, and I don't know if I was gripping it incorrectly or not. I don't know if I pulled this out by accident, so I think I may have to glue it back in. I'm not sure on that. I'll have to find out. But like I said, nice from the top, shitty from the bottom. So, but this is Sunstorm here in his alt mode of a fighter jet, and we'll be right back and have Sunstorm in his bot mode. Okay, we have Sunstorm here in bot mode, and he actually came packaged in his bot mode, which is not too often that you actually see Transformers packaged in bot mode. They're usually packaged in their alt modes. But let's go ahead and take a look at Sunstorm here. You can see he's very much like his Starscream from the original cartoons in the 80s. You got the upswept wings in the back here, and it just looks very much like the original Starscream in design. And you got this stuff in the back. I don't know if this is right or not. I think it looks cooler coming out that way. But anyways, he does come with 2 firing missiles right here, and they're spring-loaded, and the missiles are actually translucent red on there. And on the other side here, you can see the trigger mechanism on the side. And you just push that, and that'll fire the missile. It's actually pretty strong. There's more details on the missile. Pretty neat. And taking a look at Sunstorm here. The only gripes I have with this figure are the loosey-goosey joints at the swivels and hinge, particularly at the leg here. The swivel joint at the thigh is rather loose, and this hinge joint at the thigh is loose as well. Combined with the very stiff joint at the hip, it makes posing Sunstorm here a little bit difficult. You have to really grip the legs just right if you want to do some decent posing. Otherwise, when you try to pose the legs, these loose joints tend to go every which way when you try to pose it. So you really have to be careful with how you pose this figure, because it'll just tend to flop around if you don't have it on just right. And another thing I'm not too fond of is the biceps here. I wish these rotated, but they don't. So I guess I tend to want to rotate the arm at the bicep, but you can't, and it's just, I feel like I'm gonna break it off because I tend to instinctively want to rotate them. So, but other than that, it's a very nice figure here in bot mode. I like it on here, and it just reminds me a lot of Starscream from the 80s. But going over the articulation of this figure, the head doesn't go all the way around, even though it's on a ball joint, because the sides over here prevent a lot of the movement of the head. Oh, and the head does have some light piping on here in the eyes. It's actually pretty nice on there. But the head also does go up and down. The arms do not go all the way around, but they do rotate at the shoulder. On here is a little bit of a tiny ratchet on there. The arms also go in and out, but they don't rotate on there. The elbows do bend and rotate, and there's actually finger or thumb articulation on here, and the fingers do move over here, but they're not individual fingers, single molded fingers there. No torso or waist articulation. The hips are on a ratcheted swivel here and a hinge to go out side to side. The legs rotate at the thigh, and they also fold inwards at the thigh as well. That's kind of interesting there. The knees also are on a ratchet joint there, and the feet do point inwards and outwards. They stretch out. It's kind of neat because it provides a lot of stability if you put the feet in various positions depending on how you have the figure posed on there. Overall, I like the Starscream mold of Sunstorm here. It's very reminiscent of the original 80s Starscream there. And I recommend getting this set if you can find it. It's if you're a fan of Starscream or his personalities of Starscream, or if you're a fan of Sunstorm. But this is my casual peek into the Sunstorm versus Autobot Ratchet 2-pack for the Transformers animated series. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.